I've never been as good at sticking to my habits as I am putting them off till the next day or the day after that. And as much as I want to be a productive superhero, waking up early and eating my veggies and journaling every day can be a challenge. Hi, I'm Nick, and today we're going to talk about how to make habits that stick. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and the like button and the bell button and do it all. While you're down there. Okay, so let's jump right in. We go to tip 1. First tip is to pick the right habits. I will never take cold showers. Cold showers go against my core personality traits, and I will never do them. And like James Clear said, good habits can make rational sense, but if they conflict with your identity, you will fail to put them into action. It's the same as being a morning or a night person, or the same as needing or wanting to read a paper book versus listening to an audiobook. The best way to stick to your habits is to pick the ones that you like or don't hate, and to pick ones that align with your core traits or your goals and ambitions. So that's tip 1. Okay, let's do tip 2. Tip 2, start small. I personally like to set really big, lofty goals, and I almost always end up giving them up. And the reason is because going straight from, say, sleeping into noon to waking up at 6 in the morning is a pretty hard transition. So doing something like setting a small goal, like waking up 30 minutes earlier every couple days, is a really easy way to work yourself up to that goal. So what I did personally when I lived at home is I would wake up and the first thing I would do is make some coffee and sit down and start journaling. The way I was able to start doing that was just to make that super small goal, which is turn on my alarm, get up, go make coffee. Really easy, and it ends up developing more systems rather than goals. So maybe your goal is to write in a journal every day, but instead of saying I want to write in my journal every day, maybe just say I just want to write 2 sentences in my journal every day. The reason is because just saying you want to write in your journal every day can become a little daunting. So sitting down and saying I just want to write 2 sentences after I make my coffee or while my coffee is being made makes the goal a lot more attainable and way less vague. Tip 3, expect resistance. You're always going to have it. Everything in you will not want to wake up at 6 in the morning or whenever you're trying to wake up. It happens to me every morning, and what really helped me overcome this was this book, The War of Art. Highly recommended. I'm going to read a quick page from it. The pages are tiny. Okay. Resistance is directly proportional to love. If you're feeling massive resistance, the good news is it means there's a tremendous amount of love there too. If you didn't love the project that is terrifying you, then you wouldn't feel anything. The opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. The more resistance you experience, the more important your unmanifested art project or enterprise is to you, and the more gratification you will feel when you finally do it. Tip 4, the 2-day rule. This is from Matt D'Avella. He's awesome. You should go check out his YouTube channel. Link in the thing. It basically means that you shouldn't take more than 2 days off in a row. That means that if you're working out every morning, then you can take those recovery days as needed. If you're doing a diet, then you can take those cheat days. It's okay, but it just gets you don't necessarily lose momentum if you can't do it one day. It lessens that harsh transition from being a lame regular person to a superhero, awesome, productive person. Tip 5. Put calendars where you can't ignore them. It's essential to track your habits, to make sure doing them every day, and also it goes right along with that 2-day rule, where you don't skip your habits for more than 2 days. Yeah, so there's a lot of different ways you can track your habits. There's apps there, and you can just use your notebook. Really, anywhere you would normally be looking is a good place to track your habits and a good place to keep track of that 2-day rule and to make sure you're doing your habits all the time. Tip 6, change your environments. Our brains are designed to have some pattern recognition and to automate those tasks. So if you're used to sleeping in and not doing anything and being lazy around your house, time to move out of your parents' basement. That's what I did.
Love you, Mom.
After moving to Love you, Mom. After moving to Bloomington, it was way easier for me to put in place some new habits with waking up earlier and just getting out of my old routines, because I didn't have a lot of those patterns around me that made me just want to lay in bed or made me want to do whatever else that was not productive or not contributing to my goals. So, to recap, number 1, make sure you're picking the right goals for yourself. Number 2, start small. Number 3, prepare and expect for resistance. Number 4, don't skip more than 2 days in a row while building a habit. Step 5 is to track your habits. And then finally, to change your environment will help you build your habits a lot more quickly. If you guys have any other tips, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. I would really love to hear them. And thanks for watching. See you later.